Hello everybody, welcome to tonight's live stream. I got two cameras tonight, this is gonna be fun. This first tune's called Theme for Young Lovers. Alright, well, it's great to be with you this evening. I think we have a little bit of an issue here where we're not streaming to Facebook. So, sorry about that, Facebook. We're on YouTube only today. So, I guess we'll have to send out maybe a message to Facebook saying, come over to YouTube today. Speaking of YouTube, I got my play button today. That's pretty cool. Let me get a good photo, that'll make a good thumbnail. They send you one of these buttons when you hit 100,000 subscribers. So, that's pretty cool. I've been on YouTube for 15 years. And kind of only started taking it more seriously the last couple, I would say. And I've enjoyed having the time to do that. So that tune was called Theme for Young Lovers. I'm going to be playing a variety of music for you all this evening. And I should mention before I go any further that my brand new album, The Prize, is out today. There it is. And you can purchase it, if you'd like, on my website, joerobinson.com. You can get it on vinyl, or on CD, or as a digital download. And of course, it's available on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon Music. I can't even keep up with them anymore. There's so many streaming services, but you can listen to music wherever you'd like. And if you want to download a high-resolution version or enjoy it in your vehicle or through your CD player or your vinyl player, it sounds best on vinyl, I might say, because it was mastered specifically for vinyl at a higher resolution than CDs are. So please tell your friends, please enjoy the music. I'm very proud of the album. Why don't I play a track from it? pull out this guitar. This is a new guitar I just got. It's a McPherson. Here's the title track, The Prize. One, two, a 1, 2, 3. I had a one-word conversation, me, myself, and I, about the way we've been living. Can't imagine why, to get to where we're going, it's a clouded compromise. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. Maybe I've been distracted, quite possibly alright. This big old bright and shining world has kept me up at night. But we all know that price tag shouldn't come as no surprise. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. Some days I live with no regrets. Some days I just as soon forget. Some days a diamond, some a stone. Some things I just as soon leave alone. Where does all this leave me? I can't really say I know. I got more questions than answers, quite a ways to go. I can't let that deter me, this I realize. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. Some days I live with no regrets. Some days I just as soon forget. Some days a diamond, some a stone. Some things I just as soon leave alone. I had a one-word conversation, me, myself, and I, about the way we've been living. Can't imagine why, to get to where we're going, it's a clouded compromise. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. My eyes off the prize. My eyes off the prize. Bam, something a bit like that. So I'm doing 3 streams this weekend, and I thought it'd be a nice way to celebrate the new album coming out. And I'm trying some things, so this is fun for me. I got this switcher where I can switch between the different camera angles, so you can kind of see a close-up on the guitar, and then you can see everything. And I'm switching it with my feet, so it's kind of like anything. You got to practice it, get real smooth at it. So I'm going to pick up the electric guitar now and figure out what I'm going to play. Let me get it going here. And I apologize for not going live on Facebook. We're a bit light on the audience tonight, because usually there's a few hundred people watching on Facebook. So I don't know, I did it the same as I usually do each week. I put the number in my streaming software, but I guess it didn't work, so. Let me know if it's sounding okay. Here's a song for KC. I just saw he said he likes this one. This is called Where Would We Be Without Love? Where would we be without love in the world to bring together a boy and girl, to open their eyes and open their hearts? That is where the magic starts. Where would we be without love in our world? Where would we be without love? Where would we be without love to share, to show somebody how deep you care, to hold someone all through the night and let them know it's gonna be alright? Where would we be without love in our world? Where would we be without love? Love will be there right when you need it. Just gotta be there to receive it. Just gotta be ready, arms open wide, to get swept up in that sweet, sweet ride. Love will be there right when you need it. Just gotta be there to receive it. Just gotta be ready, arms open wide, to get swept up in that sweet, sweet ride. Where would we be without love in the world to bring together a boy and girl, to open their eyes and open their hearts? That is where the magic starts. Where would we be without love in our world? Where would we be without love? Where would we be? Where would we be? Where would we be without love? There we go. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. So I'm going to talk a little about the album. I'll just tell you the story about how it came to be. I haven't really talked about this much before. But believe it or not, I actually started recording this album in 2019. Songs like The Fine Line are actually from 2019. So an album like this takes a long time, takes a lot of money, and the way it came about was I was called in to play a gig in Nashville. There was a celebration for a great guitarist named Mark Selby, who passed away. And Mark was a phenomenal songwriter and amazing blues guitar player. And they asked me, when I say they, the people that organized this kind of tribute concert to him, celebration of his life, they asked me to come in and play all his guitar parts on songs he'd written. And he'd written big hits for Kenny Wayne Shepherd and the Dixie Chicks and a lot of different people. And so I played all of his guitar parts and kind of in my own way that night. And I met Brent Mayer, who was a great producer and songwriter in Nashville, and he worked with Mark a lot. And Brent has a history. You know, he was in Las Vegas for a lot of years and worked with people like Ray Charles and Duke Ellington and Sly and the Family Stone and Ike and Tina Turner, lots of rhythm and blues acts and pop acts, and I mean, I can't even begin to name all the other people. He told me this cool story about Chuck Berry coming into the studio and playing his Gretsch directly through the mixing console. Anyway, Brent then came to Nashville and worked with a lot of different people. He discovered the Judds, and we had a writing session booked. This is in 2019, around then. And so we went and wrote a couple songs. I think the first song we wrote was maybe Fine Line. But we wrote it and was like, wow, that's really a cool song. We should record it. And so we thought, well, before we record it, we might as well write a couple more. So we wrote another couple songs. And then we thought, okay, well, let's get some great musicians to come in and play on the track. So we got Glenn Worf to come in and play bass. And Glenn works with Mark Knopfler and a lot of different great people. And he's become a dear friend and one of my favorite people to collaborate with. And Nia Z was on drums. Nia is a phenomenal drummer. He's like the #1 studio drummer in Nashville, according to Music Row magazine. And he's just a really special player. He just always gives it like 120%. He's really, really one of the greats behind the drum set, and also an incredible percussionist and a wonderful person, great producer, great engineer. So Glenn, Nia, and I recorded these tracks as a trio, and then we brought in some other all-star people to polish off the tracks. And so we started with 3 songs, and then we kept writing, and we kind of were like, okay, 6 months later we had 3 more songs. Well, we'll go in the studio and we'll cut them. And one of the different things about this album for me is I'm playing and singing the tracks live at the same time. So it's not like I'm playing the guitar part and getting the guitar perfect, and then I sing it and try to get it perfect. It's live, and it just has more feel. It has a more natural kind of sound. So I really learned so much working with Brent, because he's an engineer from the school where it's all about capturing the sounds in the most organic, pure way. And I really love that kind of music. I love organic music. And so that's what this album is. The Prize, for anyone who's just tuning in, you can listen to the album now. It's out today. And you can listen to it on Spotify or Apple Music or Tidal. You can purchase it on vinyl like I have here, or on CD, or as a digital download. I went outside this morning and took some photos of the vinyl album to tell people, and I dropped it on the ground. And this one's all scratched, so I won't be selling this one. But there are limited numbers of the vinyl record, so if you want one, purchase it, because it's a long process to press up vinyl. It's like you have to press them like a year in advance, and so they're going to run out eventually. So if you want a vinyl, grab one now, because I'm not sure we'll reprint. But it was really a blast making this album, and it's tricky to find a home for an album these days and figure out the correct strategy to launch it. But here I am launching it. So check it out. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to make another couple announcements before I continue playing some songs. I have some shows coming up. September 16th, I'm going to be in San Francisco at the beautiful Palace of Fine Arts, and I'm going to be playing that show, sharing the bill with Mr. Robin Ford, Grammy-nominated, brilliant guitar player, songwriter, and amazing musician. I'm going to be in Knoxville, Tennessee, October 21st. October 22nd, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm in Atlanta, the 23rd of October. And then I'm in the Chicago area, November 3rd. So if you want tickets to any of these shows, go to my website, joerobinson.com, and click on the shows tab, and you'll see all the concerts I have coming up. And I'm also going to be in the Detroit area coming up, and we might just be working on a Nashville show. So stay tuned for that. And a lot of these venues I'm playing are very small rooms. They're like 100 seats, 120 seats, so they should sell out. So grab your tickets now so you don't miss out if you're in one of those cities and you'd like to be there. But for anyone who's in other parts of the world, here I am tonight playing some songs for you on this live stream. I'm going to be going live tomorrow as well, and I'm going to be going live on Sunday as well to celebrate the release of this new album, The Prize. If you enjoy the stream and would like to leave a tip, we have a virtual tip jar set up, and the tip jar link is joerobinson.com/tip jar. And it really means a lot if someone enjoys the music and wants to contribute a little. So thanks in advance to anyone who does that. Let me play this old maiden. We're in Detroit. I'm going to be at 20 Front Street, which is in Lake Orion, Michigan. So just outside Detroit. And then I'm going to be in, I think it's Livonia, at a like a theater. Livonia, something like that. Neither of those shows have been announced officially yet, so I'll let you know when they are. Just keep an eye on the site. Okay. More music. I'll play some Chester for you all. Chester Atkins, that is, of course. Teo says, when will you come to France for a show? I'm not sure. I'd love to, of course. Had to resolve it. Alright, here's a tune. It was made popular by my friend Ramblin' Jack. Elliot, that is. I got the blues when my baby left me by the San Francisco Bay. An ocean liner, she gone so far away. I didn't mean to treat her so bad. She was the best girl I ever had. She said goodbye and like it made me cry. I wanna lay down and die. Live a while living. Didn't down by the Pistol Bay. Start again. An ocean liner, she gone so far away. I didn't mean to treat her so bad. She was the best girl I ever had. Said goodbye and like it made me cry. I wanna lay down and die. I haven't got a nickel and I ain't got a lousy dime. But if she don't come back, think I'm gonna lose my mind. But if she ever comes back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. Sitting there looking through my back door, wondering which way to go. That woman I'm so crazy about, she don't want me no more. I think I'm gonna take a freight train, 'cause I'm feeling blue. All the way to the end of the line, thinking only of you. Live a while in another city, just about to go insane. Seems like I heard my baby the way she used to call my name. But if she ever comes back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. Boom. Thanks very much, everybody. I can hear the applause out there. I know that some of y'all are clapping. Thanks for tuning in to the stream, everybody. No matter where you're tuning in from, let us know in the comments, by the way, where you are tuning in from, because it's always interesting to realize that we're an international stream. This is an international show. I'm going to play a song that I really enjoy playing. It's a newish composition of mine. It's called Flow. Just trying to get tuning squared away. fun. So I have a new album for anyone who's just tuning in called The Prize that comes out today. And I've always got a few projects in the works. And I'm planning on putting together a collection of instrumental tunes on an album in the near future. So keep an eye out for that. It'll definitely have flow on it. Okay. Switch it back over to the electric here. Maybe I'll play a little swing music. Kind of sounds fun.
beside the bay. I left my love in Avalon and sailed away. I dream of her in Avalon from dusk till dawn. So I think I'll travel on to Avalon.
Good fun. I'm sure many of you know that album, Chester and Lester, with Chet Atkins and Les Paul. They play that tune. They play a mean version of that tune. It's a great old piece. Well, let me know in the comments if you have any requests. I should play another song from the new album, which for anyone who's just tuning in, is available today. You can purchase it on my website, joerobinson.com, or you can stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever service you like. Here's the opening track, Gotta Keep Moving. I see a couple questions there. One from Ian, what type of wood is the backing on your JR signature? The wood on my Maiden signature guitar is Tasmanian myrtle. Speaking of the guitar, this is actually the guitar that inspired the signature model. So this guitar is from 2008. Yeah, November 2008. It's Tasmanian myrtle, which is actually a member of the beech wood family. It's kind of confusing. It's not actually part of the myrtle family, but it's like Tasmanian myrtle. It's actually a beech type of wood, but it's really a great tone wood. It has a punchy sound. This guitar is tuned down a whole step. Why did I play it on this guitar? This guitar needs some heavier strings on it. I've been meaning to change it for a while. Here we go. This has got to keep moving.
A lot of work left to be done, a lot of rest left to be run. Up to us to find our way to where we wanna be someday. You gotta keep moving, you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep moving. What lies ahead, what waits for us? How much in love do we trust? And no telling what we'll find by looking ahead and not behind. You gotta keep moving, you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep moving. Hand in hand, we hold the key to open any door to anything and everything we are yearning for. You gotta keep moving. It's a true story. You gotta keep moving. Some rugged roads may shake our faith. We may bend, but we will not break. Babe, I got you and you got me. Tell me, what else do we need? Gotta keep moving, 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 gotta keep moving.
Something like that. I'll get a Gretsch back here. Let me see if I can grab it. Hope y'all are enjoying the music. Zoltan says, I love this piece and try to learn it on moderate speed. I love that. For anyone who doesn't know, there's this plugin that you can get for like Google Chrome browser, where you can slow songs. Well, you can change the key of songs, like YouTube videos, that is, and you can change the speed in YouTube. But there's also more controls in this app, I think. But anyway, it's good to slow down songs when you learn them. Speaking of any guitar students out there, I'm opening up a new coaching membership, and you can join it when it opens. It's only going to open for a short amount of time because I'm committed to the people that do join. It's at invisibletechnique.com is where you can put in your email, and you'll get notified when I open up the new coaching program. It's called the Invisible Technique Coaching Community. And I call it Invisible Technique because playing the guitar is all about mastering certain skills, training the hands to do very fine motor controls, and hopefully the end goal is to create beautiful music and have the technique be invisible. So all you hear is this beautiful music, and it sounds like the person is not even trying. It sounds effortless. People will say, "You make it look so easy." Well, that's because you have just really, really nice technique. And technique is something that anyone can develop, and the music that you express is what's inside of you, in your creativity and the melodies that you have going around in your head. Everyone has kind of musical instincts and musical tastes, but the technique side of things is it's possible for anyone to learn. All right, here's a bit of Misty. I heard a cool story about this arrangement the other day. A friend of mine is a teacher at Berklee College of Music. His name's Lyle Brewer, and he's a great player. And he said a student came in and submitted an original arrangement, and they played my version of Misty, and he's like, "Hang on." He's like, "Isn't that Joe's arrangement?" And the guy was like, "Oh, I changed it a little bit." And he's like, "You can't do that. You got to come up with your own arrangement. That's what the assignment is." But anyway, props to him for trying. It's very difficult to play this tune, at least in this way. Good fun. That was Misty. See, an interesting question there. Is there a reason why you change thumb picks between songs? Well, it's a couple reasons. Sometimes I'm actually going to a straight pick. Like when I played Avalon, I was changing to a straight pick and then back to a thumb pick. But I don't really notice that I do that, but I find that certain thumb picks fit a little differently, and it's all just kind of a matter of taste and a matter of preference. But for example, when I play the McPherson guitar here, I'll just kind of show you what I'm talking about. When I play this McPherson guitar here, because there's no sound hole, it's like the pick almost hits the body of the guitar all the time. So this thumb pick is the Dunlop Medium, and it's a white one, and they have a little bit of a longer tip, so I'll usually go to one of these brown kind of tortoiseshell color ones, and it has a bit of a shorter end on it. And this one fits real nice and tight, which is good for like kind of more intricate electric playing. This one is also pretty tight, doesn't quite feel as comfortable. This one is just got that bigger end on it, and so the bigger end would be kind of nice for certain tunes with more of a kind of heavier bass feel. So maybe I'll play like 9-pound hammer. That 9-pound hammer is a little too heavy for my size, but if on my size, I'm going on a mountain to see my baby, but I ain't coming back, no I ain't coming back. Roll on buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I pull when my wheels won't go? Roll on buddy, pull your load of coal. How can I roll when my wheels won't go? It's a long way to Harlan, it's a long way to Hazard, just to get a little brew, just to get a little brew. 'Cause when I'm long gone, you can make my tombstone out of number 9 coal, out of number 9 coal. Roll on buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when my wheels won't go? Roll on buddy, pull that load of coal. How can I pull when my wheels won't go? Roll on buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I pull when my wheels won't go? Okay, so this is a good question that I just got asked. So, are you a Berklee graduate or some other music school? How one ever gets that good just by ear seems nearly impossible. So, I want to talk a little bit about ear training and also about music education, because I did not go to Berklee. I did not go to a music school. I left school when I was quite young, actually, and I was accepted into a music school in Sydney. Well, I wasn't encouraged by the well, here's what happened. So I was 15 years old, and I was playing shows every weekend with Phil Emanuel, who's Tommy Emmanuel's older brother. He's a great guitar player. He passed away a few years ago now, sadly. But he was a wonderful, great person and mentor and player. And I was out on the road with him 3 nights a week, basically. And one semester of school, I missed like 60 days. And so, and I kept up with my studies. I was a good student. And my parents made sure of that. They were like, yeah, you can go out and play as many gigs as you want, but if you got to like get good grades. And I enjoyed school. I liked math, I liked English, and I liked music, and I liked science, and I liked just about everything, almost all the classes. And I I went down to the Sydney Conservatorium of Music, which is kind of like the premier music university in Australia. And I went for the audition, and I couldn't read music very well. I still can't read music very well. But I kind of understand it, and I can limp my way through it in a session or something if I have to. I can read chord charts, and I know theory and all that in a basic way, as much as I need to express the music. But I went down there, and they said, Joe, they said, you can definitely really play. And they said, we'd love to have you. However, we're not convinced that this is the right place for you, because in our experience, players like you who are performers, they don't hang around here too long. They don't want to sit there in a class and play what's on the paper. And they could tell that I that wasn't where my heart was. I just wanted to leave school. And so I was like, well, if I can go to music school, that's better than just sitting around in the town I grew up, which is a town that's socially disadvantaged according to the internet. I didn't think it was socially disadvantaged. I think there are other places that people would think are much nicer to live in, that you don't have the same experience. Like, I grew up in the mountains, up the back of Kempsey in New South Wales, Australia, and there was tons of musicians. There's tons of people playing music. Most of them drank a lot and indulged in all kinds of recreational behavior. But there was a lot of great music, and so I was turned on to a lot of great music hanging out there. So I've taught at Berklee College of Music. I did a couple workshops there, and I've been to a lot of different music schools to speak and play. The first workshop I did at Berklee was when I was like 19, so I was like, I'd barely even escaped from Australia. But the thing that I tell students at a music school is the most important thing is to have good mentors. And so I have had the best mentor in Tommy Emmanuel. And I think he's just one of the most phenomenal guitar players that's ever played the instrument. And I had the amazing fortune of getting to meet him when I was 11 years old, hearing him play, and becoming obsessed with figuring out how to play guitar on that level. And Tommy had great mentors. He had Chet Atkins and many other great people, of course. And so if you can find a great mentor, and you don't have to study them in person, you can just learn their songs, learn their recordings. But if you sit around listening to or learning from mediocre people, and there's a lot of mediocre players who are very good teachers. So I don't want to confuse that point, because it's good to learn from someone who's a little bit ahead. They don't need to be like light years ahead. But in identifying mentors, you want to pick people who are the best and whose music really resonates with you. And so I was just fortunate that I had Tommy Emmanuel as my mentor, and through him I discovered so many great songs, so many great arrangements, so many great other players that I could be friends with and connect with, and I got to meet him and got to hang with him, and he was pretty blunt in telling me, you got to improve your timing, got to write better songs, you got to blah blah blah. He was really quite a he told it like it is, just like he does, and I love him for it. But I think it's not about playing by ear. It's just about finding a way to play the music, and whether you're reading tab or reading, like, my ear's not very good. Like, I've done a lot of sessions, so I've been in the studio and I'll have to kind of write out a chord chart real quick. But if there's weird chords being played, I'll have to get my instrument and figure it out. And I mean, I don't have perfect pitch, and I think a lot of people who have perfect pitch, there are some amazing musicians with perfect pitch, but a lot of people with perfect pitch, they just don't make particularly interesting music. I think it can be a bit of a crutch, because it's like there's nothing to discover. It's like you already know what everything sounds like. You can just imagine it. But if your ear's not that great, then it's kind of like there's all these things to discover on the guitar. I don't know. That's how I think about it. I think there's a lot more to playing music than learning by ear. I think the most important ear training is getting an accurate idea of how you really sound. and pulling the best tone out of your guitar. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant here. Pulling the best tone out of your guitar, and having good time and good feel and good articulation and good dynamics. That to me is what ear training is really about. It's less about hearing a third interval and a fourth interval and a major seventh interval, and about knowing all the theory and all that. It's about learning some great songs, writing some great songs, getting your technique so that you play smooth and fluid, and going about your journey, performing, recording, creating music. And if you have good people to look up to and learn from, then you're going to have a much easier time seeing the path that's possible. And I think music school is a wonderful thing for a lot of people. It depends on who you are, whether it's right for you. It can be very expensive, and I don't agree with going into a lot of debt to go to music school. I think that's not wise, personally. But you got to be cautious of who you're learning from there. And I think it's great that a lot of music schools are hiring young players, like my friend Lyle and like my friend Brooke Robertson. They're both teaching at Berkeley these days. Because no offense to a lot of the older teachers, but if you get kind of a jaded old teacher, there's either kind of there's two categories. There's like the jaded old teacher who are just magnetic, and they're just so knowledgeable, and they just have a spark, and there's something that is like, they're just really great at connecting with people. And there's a lot of people out there who are just bitter and jaded and miserable, and I always tell the students, you got to find people who are inspiring. Anyway, I'm going to end my rant right there. Here's a beautiful song. What a Wonderful World. there we have it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the music tonight. If you did, we have a virtual tip jar, and the tip jar link is joerobinson.com/tip jar. Thanks in advance to anyone who has left a tip. And please check out the new album. It's called The Prize, and it's available now. Today is the release day, so that's why I'm doing 3 streams this weekend, tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Tell your friends about the album. You can listen to it on Spotify, you can listen to it on Apple Music, you can listen to it on iTunes, Amazon, everywhere streaming music is served. And you can also purchase it on vinyl on my website, and there's a limited number of vinyl albums. You can also purchase it on CD or as a digital download if you want to hear the album in high resolution. It's all on my website, joerobinson.com. Thanks very much for listening. I hope you have a good rest of your evening or morning, whatever time it is there, wherever you are in the world. It's 5:15 p.m. here in Montana. Take care, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.